Dr. Kathy Murphy is the new president of Wallace Community College in Dothan. The Alabama Community College System Board of Directors confirmed her appointment. Now, Murphy spent the past 4 years as president of Gaston State. She takes over at Wallace on June 1st, replacing Dr. Linda Young, who retired. Young was at Wallace College for 36 years.